Okay,
Yeah.
let's move on to the All Star teams because next weekend is gonna be the All Star game, and we will for sure try to go cover all of that throughout. We'll try to cover the weekend, but let's go over the All Star teams because we did make our prediction video about for the All Star teams um, a few weeks ago. I'm just pulling up the roster, but
Mhm.
yeah, we were close. I feel like we were close to picking the correct roster. Do you want to go over like the Eastern Conference and then I could go over the Western Conference?
Sure. So, starting with the let's see. Okay, sure. Starting with the Eastern Conference starters, the captain is Giannis, and the other starters in the Eastern Conference are Joel Embiid, Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, and Jason Tatum. The reserves for the Eastern Conference: Bam Adebayo, Paulo Banchero, Scotty Barnes as injury replacement, Jalen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Julius Randle, who's injured, and Trey Young, who is his injured replacement. So, in summary, Joel Embiid and Julius Randle will not be playing, and their replacements are Scotty Barnes and Trey Young.
And I think
Overall,
go on.
not bad.
Yeah, not bad. I think they did a good job picking the replacements because definitely Trey and Scotty Barnes were snubbed. Even though I did snub Trey when I did my predictions video, I didn't have him on my roster. I think I had like Paulo instead. Um, he definitely deserves to be an all star. Like he is really good at his job. But I kind of just preferred Paulo because of the slightly better record. Let me go over
Yeah.
the Western Conference and then we could talk about uh, maybe the biggest surprises and our initial thoughts on these rosters. So in the West, we got Luka Doncic, Kevin Durant, Shea, LeBron James as the captain, and Nikola Jokic. They are the starters for the Western Conference. And then the reserves include Devin Booker, Stephen Curry, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Carl Anthony Towns. So compared to your predictions, like how shocking or not shocking was the actual All Star team selections?
I think overall, not too shocking. Most of these players who were on the list, I think, did deserve to make it. I know I did not pick Julius Randle to make it. Though
I
I'm not really that shocked.
Yeah, I
I'm not
didn't
that
do it
shocked.
either.
I'm not that shocked he made it, but I do feel like there are other players that could have made it over him. Um, I think for the most part, all of the players that I mentioned did end up getting in. So, of course, Scotty and Trey got in via injury replacement and not initial selections. But at the end of the day, most of them did, at least for the Eastern Conference. As a
Same.
matter of fact, I think maybe all of them did. Um, but as far as the Western Conference goes, um, I think there were a few players that I picked that did not end up making it. And if there were any shocking ones to me per se, I think it was a little bit shocking De'Aaron Fox didn't make it. Also, Rudy Gobert was one guy that I picked to make it, and he also didn't make it. Um, at the end of the day, though, looking at who got picked, I guess it's not that bad. Those guys, because everyone who made it were good players. But yeah, I think that it was somewhat shocking those two didn't make it.
Yeah, I'm kind of similar with you. For the East, I basically called everybody. I just didn't include Julius Randle. And I technically didn't include Trey Young, but I'm glad he's on the team. I didn't include Julius just because I don't want to see him at the All Star game. He's just gonna be running up and having the most ugliest shot up. It's not gonna be fun. But for the West, I didn't expect
Same guys, right?
the same. Yeah, Carl Anthony Towns. I thought he
Let's
shouldn't be
see.
in it. I thought Rudy Gobert deserved it more. Me personally, though, I would have loved Domantas Sabonis over both of them. But I know Gobert is a
Mm.
more important player for the Timberwolves, and they have the current number one seed. So I thought it made more sense for Gobert to be in it, but Cat to be in it is very shocking to me. He does have the better scoring stats, but Gobert is the more important player. I didn't have Devin Booker. I think out of spite. Uh,
I think I think that I knew Devin Booker had a chance to make it, but I also didn't pick him to make it.
I mean, he's
Maybe
having
a
an
little.
All Star season. Like obviously he was gonna be an All Star, but I'd rather have Fox over Devin Booker. I just like Fox a
Yeah,
lot more. So for me,
I
Fox
know.
was snubbed. Gobert was snubbed, and Domantas Sabonis. He's like averaging a near triple double, and is probably playing as the number one guy in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Fox is a little inconsistent at the moment, but I think because of the Kings, like small little downfall from last year, uh, that is probably why they ended up not getting an All Star. But they deserved at least one. So it's crazy
Mm.
that Cat got in it instead of Demontis, or uh, I guess that is the more crazy thing. I'm the crazy one that believes Fox should be over Devin Booker, but that's just the hater in me saying that. So it makes sense
Yeah.
that
And I
Booker's
will
in it,
say
but
this.
not Cat.
Yeah. One of the things about the Western Conference is that they didn't need any injury replacements, at least yet. But the Eastern Conference of course needed two of them. So if there does happen to need any Western Conference replacements, maybe one of those guys we mentioned will make it.
Who would be like your
But
number
at
one
the moment,
pick?
um, let's
I
see,
think for me,
probably Fox.
Sabonis. Ooh, we went
I
for
would say
Kings,
I would say
but
between those two. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, remember last year, Fox didn't get in until he was an injury replacement. So if they need
Oh, I
another
forgot
injury
about that.
replacement, history could repeat itself.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that I want anyone to get injured, but if anyone does get injured, those are the guys that deserve to get in.
true.
Um, yeah. Overall, not bad.
Yeah, not bad.